Hello, what's up guys, it's Kyle from KGR doing a review on the SH Figuarts Itachi Uchiha. Now, I've done a review on Sasuke based on this Itachi battle yesterday, so if you haven't seen that, go check that out. Overall, it's a good figure. It's probably the best Sasuke figure out of the two that are out right now, but it does have a little bit of problems. But anyway, let's get into this review. I'm gonna be straight up, this figure is freaking sexy and I love it. There are a few problems though, it's not as bad as Sasuke, but overall, this is a great Itachi figure. Now first, let's go over a brief little history. Here, originally, the Sasuke figure was supposed to look like this, and it looked ugly as fuck, no lie. And unfortunately, it did get changed. Well, I can't say unfortunately, the change is, as you can tell, much better, but why I say unfortunately is here, because of the way that was set up and how ugly it was, it makes me concerned, are we not going to get a Pain figure? Are we not getting Toby or Madara? Pretty much figures that have giant cloaks like that, because the figures won't be as great compared to other Naruto characters. Like, I would love to see them, but the way they did Itachi was much better this way compared to the other ways. So let's take a look at Itachi right now, and Itachi looks absolutely amazing. Like, his face, like the face work looks really great. Hold on, let me turn on my autofocus. There we go. Anyway, yeah, he looks really great. Like, the face details look really great. Like, the Sharingan looks beautiful. Headband looks great. The necklace is really cool. And, like, I don't know if it's supposed to be chainmail. I think it looks like chainmail. But yeah, that looks really great, and it's painted really well. Overall, everything is great. There are a few things that I don't like. Like, I wish they would have went with the newer knee joints instead of this one, but that's mainly a nitpick. It's not a real problem with the figure. The main problem with this figure is the fact that this little skirting right here is a little bit stiff, and just like Sasuke. So, like, his articulation is a little bit hindered. It's not too terrible. Like, he can still hold a pose decently well, which is good. But what sucks is if you try to push it too far, it will pop out of the socket, and getting it back in is a little bit of a pain. But it is a ball socket, so it just pops back into place. I always thought Sasuke was the sexiest figure on my shelf, but no, I think Itachi's gonna take that now. Like, man, he looks really freaking good. Before I turn homo for Itachi, let's go over the articulation. So we got I want to say a ball joint neck. Like, it goes forward, back. It's more than just a ball joint. I think it's more like a ball hinge or whatever. And the neck does seem to move a tiny bit, but not much. And then we got universal shoulders, and it looks like he would have problems moving his shoulders. Like, I'm messing with it right now. Like, you can go up a little bit. It's mainly acting as a butterfly joint, because the way that it looks, it kind of looks like the old Naruto and Sasuke joints in the shoulders that are like really freaking bad. But no, they just act as butterfly joints, so they're not going to affect how you move this figure all too much. Like, I'm trying to move it forward more, but unfortunately you can't bring it out too far forward compared to like the original Sasuke. We also get a double jointed elbow, which is really nice. And do we get a bicep swivel? Doesn't feel like we get much of a bicep swivel in the sleeve itself, so that kind of sucks, no lie. But they do make up for it for rotating up here, but still, a bicep swivel in the sleeve itself would have been much more appreciated. And as you can tell, I don't know how to freaking talk. Yeah, the ponytail is removable, and it does slip out a little bit. Like, it doesn't fall out all the time, but as you handle the figure, it may slip out once or twice. Minor nitpick, but it's there. It's not as bad as my Minato figure where his arm pops off 24/7. That's terrible. When it comes to the abs, you got plenty of motion. You can rock this all over the place, and then it also moves at the bottom as well, so you got plenty of range of motion. We also got the ball hinges for the wrists, and they pop out, so like almost like little ball joints, so you can replace the hands if you want to. And then when it comes to the legs, it's universal, so you go forward and backwards. And they also have it so like you can also pull it down a little bit, so you can make him do wider poses, but you're probably not going to need to use it too much, but it's nice that it's there. And then we got the double jointed knee like I mentioned earlier, and then the ball hinge. I'm not sure if I want to call it a ball hinge. Got an ankle rocker, so it goes forward and back, it goes left and right. You can rotate it if you want to, but I won't recommend rotating it too much, because then lining it up properly again will be a big pain in the ass. So overall, decent articulation. It's pretty good. It's just the fact that I don't like these shoulders. The shoulders could have been a little bit better. I like the original Sasuke's almost. Like, I like how far you can go forward and stuff. But, like, Minato and Kakashi, they've done it much better. But overall, good articulation. When it comes to accessories, Itachi doesn't come with too much. He does come with plenty of little faces and hands, but he mainly comes with one big accessory, which we're going to go over soon. But first, let's go over the faces. First up, we got the standard face, which again, by the way, looks freaking sexy. We also get a shouting face. A face where it looks like he pooped so hard that he popped a blood vessel. And a set of eyes where his eyes are closed, you know, right before he dies. Oh yeah, spoiler alert. Quite honestly, the only two faces I like are this one and this one. The other two, in my opinion, look kinda weird, so I'm probably not gonna use them. When it comes to interchangeable hands, we got the standard fists, which, by the way, I also want to mention how I love the fact how they got the ring painted and the fingernails painted. Like, they all look really good. But you're going to see it better on the other hands when it comes to the fingernails. But anyway, we got a set of fists. Whatever these hands are, I don't want to call them Chester the Molester hands or Thriller hands because I've already done that joke. Then we got quite literally the best jutsu hands for a character because he actually has his fingers moved up a little bit so you can actually tuck his other fingers under it. Like, it looks really freaking great, no lie. Then he only has two hands for his right arm. I call this one the, hey, he's a dirty, stinking cheater pointer finger. And the fingers he uses to point at Sasuke's head, you know, right before he dies. But then again, he always uses these fingers when he always pokes his head, just saying, hey, maybe next time. We do have one more accessory, and that is his cloak. Here out of the box, he actually does have the cloak on, but for the review, I have him like this. So I'm going to show you how to put it on. It's actually not that hard. First up, you got to take his arms off, which actually, all you got to do is just, you know, pull. And what's really cool is, like, here, even though they come off real easily, when they go in, they feel like they're natural arms. Like, they don't feel like they were supposed to pop in and out and stuff. Like, they feel natural, which is really, really cool. So anyway, you take off the arms, so now he's kind of like Edward Elric to an extent, but, you know, both arms. So then you just tuck these in a little bit, and then you simply just wrap it around him, and then you just tuck it in. Not too much to it. It's relatively easy. What's really cool is here, this hand is articulated and stuff, and it is a different hand, but here you can swap it out with any other hand you want. What I recommend is you go with the Jutsu hand, because then you can be all like, bam, secret genjutsu or something. Like, I think that's like another good choice. Like, it looks really great. What I also love is like the attention to detail. Like, overall, the paint applications look really great. So be careful. Hopefully it doesn't scuff up or anything, but I don't know. That's only a test of time, actually. But anyway, what I really like is like the attention to detail. Like, they made it look like his arm is actually coming out and stuff. I love that attention to detail. But again, it also has me a little bit concerned about how they're gonna pull off other characters like Pain if they do that, or any characters that were supposed to be in cloaks like this. Like with the prototype, that's kind of a rough idea of what we're gonna get. But I love the way they did Itachi for this, because they also managed to fix Sasuke, and overall this is just really, really great looking. Like, yes, Itachi does look great, but he looks even better with the new Sasuke. Oh yeah, I also forgot to mention, when you put on the cloak, you also need to take off his ponytail. So overall, what are my thoughts on this figure? My only real complaints with this figure was the skirting problem, and also I kinda wish he did come with kunai and stuff. I mean, technically you could just use kunai from other figures and use their hands, but Itachi has painted fingernails, so the attention to detail won't be as accurate, but still, at least you kind of have that as an option. But I kind of wish he did come with kunai anyway. But that, again, those are just nitpicks. But like, the only real nitpicks is just the kunai thing and the knees. But the real problem was just the skirting and maybe the shoulders. Picking up Itachi by himself is a great option, don't get me wrong. But if you do pick up Itachi, you might as well pick up Sasuke as well to make the display look even better. And that concludes my review of this figure. I totally recommend picking this figure up. And if you're new and you like what you saw, you know what to do. In the description, there's my Instagram, my Twitter, my Snapchat, and my P.O. Box and stuff. And if you want to get this figure, I recommend going to MH Toy Shop. They're not paying me to say this or anything. There's one collector going to another. And it's where I got mine. And I'm really happy with it. So I recommend you pick it up as well. Thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see y'all in the next one.